Easiest way for a realtor to stand out in a crowded market. The secret formula. Hi, I'm Paul R. Atkinson, your professional coach, and in this video, I'm going to talk to you about how you can stand out in a crowded market as a realtor. What are 6 things that you can do and what you should have in order to stand out? Before we get started, remember in the description of this video, you want to click on the link that's going to help you to stand out in the crowd. Click on the link in the description of this video that you can use tools to help you to be that successful realtor. Remember to give this video a thumbs up, and if you've not subscribed to our community, welcome aboard. Click on that link right now, smash it, and subscribe. So we're here to talk about how you can stand out in a crowded market. You're a real estate agent, a realtor, and you want to know what are some of the things that you could do to stand out. Well, here are 6 things that you can do. Number 1, you must have confidence in yourself that you are that realtor of choice. You have to believe and feel confident enough that people, buyers and sellers, renters, landlords, are wanting you. But how do you build confidence? What are some of the things that you can do to build confidence in yourself? Well, you have to ask yourself that question because that could mean something different for you than for me. But you want to stand out in the crowd. But number 1 is for you to have confidence. For me personally, in order for me to feel confident when I'm in a room or in a marketplace, I need to know that I'm very knowledgeable. I have everything. I'm very prepared. When I'm prepared for something, I tend to feel very confident. If I'm going on a listing appointment and I know that I want to feel confident at that listing appointment, then I'm going to rehearse. I'm going to practice. I'm going to make sure I have everything that I could possibly want and need in that presentation. It makes me feel very confident. I don't lack anything. So what does confident mean to you? Ask yourself that. You need it in order to be that successful realtor that's standing out in the marketplace. That was number 1. Number 2 is for you to have the right perception. Now, what does that mean? Perception becomes one's own reality. How someone sees you or hears you talk or what you do, some of the activities you do, they can perceive it. They can make a judgment upon you. So you have to make sure that you have the right perception. How are you coming to the marketplace that you want to stand out in? Are you dressing appropriately? Because that's something that's very important. Are you also carrying yourself the way you should as the professional that you want to be? I could tell you that story, and some of you know it already. When I was inside the United States Navy, I was recruiting. They said to me, they're going to give me this vehicle and this uniform, and when I go out in town, I need to make sure that everyone sees me in the right place at the right time, because perception becomes one's own reality. So if you're in this uniform and they see you in this place or that place, they could start to say, well, that's the kind of person this person is. Just remember, people perceive things in their own way. So you have to give them the right perception. How do you want them to see you? In the description of this video, click on the link that's going to connect you with me, and I can walk you through that. It's very important. Number 3 is for you to dress to impress. Now, I made sure I kind of put on one of my favorite suits today to kind of show you how you can dress to feel impressive when you come into your marketplace. I feel comfortable. I like my colors. I like, the suit itself, one of my favorites. It's relaxing. It feels good. And I know when I walk into a room, I should impress the people that want to consider to do business with me. And that's important. Are you dressing to impress, to make sure that you're standing out in that crowded marketplace? You have to think about that. That's very important. Dress to impress. Number 4 is for you to have a strong mindset. Why a strong mindset in order for you to stand out in a crowded market? Because it is very hard to be an entrepreneur. It's very hard to be a business owner. It's very hard to be that successful realtor. So many times you're going to get knocked down, beat down. The inspection comes back bad. The appraisal came back that it's under the market value. Seller doesn't want to cut the price. Buyer doesn't want to make the offer. Things always happen. You have to have this strong mindset in order for you to get through and stand out in a crowded real estate market. Your competition, the guys, the top guys and gals in the real estate market, trust me, they have a strong mindset. There's something that they do each day to get them prepared to handle these negative things that happen. Now, on this video, I want to give you a tool that you can use. In the description of the video, go down and click on the link, the 5 steps of the sale. Or take a look at the other link that talks about the art and science of the real estate agent. Both my books. Inside of the book, you will find a chapter that talks about the nuclear mind. The nuclear mind is one of my techniques that I've been using for many years. And I like to describe the nuclear mind as it leads, it teaches, it dominates, it takes dispositions. And the nuclear mind itself is just totally atomic. But there's a formula to it. And inside of the description of this video, you could find that formula on how to have a consistently strong mindset each and every single day. Because you need it if you want to stand out in a crowded real estate market. You have to have a strong mindset. Very interesting, isn't it? Number 5 is for you to carry yourself professionally. Well, do I need to say any more? Part of the biggest thing I could say that I could tell you about being professional is, well, of course, I was in the military. And I was a E6, high-ranking petty officer at that time. And I led a lot of people. When I left the military, I was leading over 172 recruiters in the district. I was the district trainer. So there's a lot of leadership there. And you have to carry yourself professionally. You're in the corporate world or whatever it is. But now you're a realtor and you're in this market. You're representing the real estate industry. And you need to carry yourself professionally. What does that mean to you, carrying yourself professionally? What it means to me is, well, definitely I need to dress to impress. And I need to dress appropriately at all times. And I need to make sure that when I do get angry at that buyer and that seller or that tenant or that landlord, I kind of keep it in. I know I might want to hit him or I might want to just say something, but I've got to bite my tongue. And you've got to remember, I always say this, it helps me a lot. The customer is always right. I always say that, even to my team. I said, look, no matter what, the customer is always right. So let's do the professional thing here. They want this and we're going to get that and we're losing and they're winning. Or don't look at it that way. Just look at it that you have to be professional at all times. That's how you stand out in a crowded real estate market. When you do all of these things, you are going to stand out. You have to be professional. So I want you to define that in your own mentality right now. What does it mean for you to be a professional? I can tell you what it means to me. And it means that I look amazing, I carry the right perception, and I hold my anger back, because we all get angry. I'll tell you that right now. Yep, a lot of transactions I'm doing, and sometimes I just want to curse or whatever the case is, but you got to hold it back. You got to calm down, you got to remain professional, and say the right words. Very important. And number 6, finally, you need to demonstrate knowledge. In order for you to stand out in a crowded real estate market, you need to demonstrate knowledge. Well, what does that mean to you? Well, what it means to me is I need to kind of know my products that I'm selling, right? I kind of need to know about the area, the market. I mean, I listen to the news and listen and read about trends and pay some time and put some time into my career and studying my market and kind of knowing my products. Let me break it down for you. I remember when I first started out as being a realtor in 2003. Well, I was a financial planner for 10 years, and then I became a realtor. So I knew a lot about financial planning and little about real estate. So what did I do? I drove around the communities that I wanted to learn more about. Driving around, just going around, seeing the communities and seeing the different kinds of houses. Oh, what? That's a villa. Oh, well, the villa the villa is small, but then, oh, that's a townhouse. A townhouse has 2 stories. Okay. Detached, single. Oh, I learned. I went, I read, I went and I learned. And I wanted to learn from my heart. You know, sometimes you tell people something and they totally don't get it. Like you tell them, hey, listen, that's a townhouse. The difference is this townhouse has 2 stories and then the villa is 1 story. But, you know, they're in that field. They're not detached like a single family. And when you tell that person that, it's like they didn't get it. You know, like sometimes you might help someone to understand something. They're not listening. They're not paying attention because they might get it for the moment. And then a week later, 2 weeks later, a month, months later, what's that again? Come on. I got that when I first came in this business. I looked and I learned very quickly. So you need to demonstrate the knowledge in order for you to stand out in a crowded market. In the description of this video, click on the link that's going to help you to be that masterful person, successful realtor, obviously, that's standing out in your marketplace. Until next time, it's always been a pleasure. Remember, give this video a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, smash that subscribe button. Join our community. I look forward to seeing you real soon. Let's go get him, Tiger. I'll see you real soon.